Welcome to Children's Time. You know what? I'm waiting for my friend Stu to come and play because we have some exciting things to do. Wow, I feel like there's some bugs around here. I just cleaned my house, but I don't know. What do you? Ah! Oh, this is my friend Stu. He came to play with me today. Sit down, Stu, and.
Sure. Thanks. Oh, ugh. Tracy, what is this?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Gotcha.
Oh.
Wow, that really scared me when you brought that spider down. I thought that I was grown up enough now not to be so frightened that I would scream like that, but I guess I'm still kind of afraid of spiders. Are you afraid of anything?
Yeah, snakes still make me nervous.
Snakes, yes, I don't like snakes either. They're pretty bad. Well, today's story is about a little girl who's terrified of thunder and lightning storms. And she's at her grandmother's, her Russian grandmother, so she's called a babushka. And her babushka helps her to not be afraid of thunder and lightning. She teaches her a very special lesson. So let's listen to the story. Thunder Cake by Patricia Polacco.
This is thundercake baking weather, all right. Looks like a storm coming to me. Child, you come out from under that bed. It's only thunder you're hearing. Loud clap of thunder shook the house. I grabbed Babushka. Steady, child, she cooed. Unless you let go of me, we won't be able to make thundercake today. Thundercake, I stammered as I hugged her even closer. Don't pay attention to that old thunder, except to see how close the storm is getting. When you see lightning, start counting, real slow. When you hear the thunder, stop counting. That number is how many miles away the storm is. So we have time to make the cake and get it into the oven before the storm comes, or it won't be real thunder cake. She strode into the kitchen. Her warm hands pulled a thick book from the shelf above the wood stove. Let's find that recipe, child. Here it is. Thunder cake. She carefully penned the ingredients on a piece of notepaper. Now let's gather all the things we need, as she scurried toward the back door. We were by the barn door when a huge bolt of lightning flashed, and I started counting like Grandma told me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 miles! It's 10 miles away, Grandma said as she looked at the sky. About an hour away, I'd say. You'll have to hurry, child. Gather them eggs, she said. Eggs from mean old Nellie Peck Hen? I was scared. I knew she would try to peck at me. I'm here, child. She won't hurt you. Just get them eggs, Grandma said softly. The lightning flashed again. 9 miles, Grandma reminded me. Milk was next. Milk from old Kick Cow. As Grandma milked her, Kick Cow turned and looked mean right at me. I was scared. She looked so big. Zip went the lightning. 8 miles, child. Now we have to hurry and get chocolate and sugar and flour from the dry shed. Another jagged edge of lightning flashed. Hurry now, we haven't much time. We've got everything but the secret ingredient. 3 overripe tomatoes and some strawberries, Grandma whispered as she squinted at the list. I climbed up high on the trellis. The ground looked a long way down. I was scared. I'm here, child. You won't fall. I reached 3 luscious tomatoes while she picked strawberries. Lightning again. We hurried back to the house and the warm kitchen. We measured the ingredients. I poured them into the mixing bowl while Grandma mixed. We poured the batter into the cake pans and put them into the oven together. Lightning lit the kitchen again. I only counted to 3 that time. 3 miles away, and the cake is in the oven, darling. We made it. We'll have real thunder cake. Grandma looked out the window and then at me. Why, my dear, you're not afraid of thunder anymore. I'm not brave, Grandma, I said. I was under the bed, remember? But you got out from under it, she said, and you got eggs from the mean old Nellie Peck Hen. You got milk from Old Kit Cow. You went through the tangled woods to the dry shed. You climbed the trellis on the barnyard. And from where I sit, only a brave person could have done all them things. She was right. I was brave. We spread out the tablecloth and set the table, and when we were done, we hurried into the kitchen to take the cake out of the oven. After the cake cooled, we frosted it. Just then the lightning flashed again, and this time it lit up the whole sky. The storm was here. "Oh, perfect, perfect, just perfect," she beamed as she added the last strawberry to the glistening chocolate frosting on top of the thunder cake. Grandma cut a wedge for each of us. She poured us steaming cups of tea from the samovar. When the thunder roared above us so hard it shook the windows and rattled the dishes in the cupboard, we just smiled and ate our thunder cake.
Wasn't it just great the way the grandmother taught her to make that thunder cake and to count, so she knew how long it was going to be until the thunder was going to get to their house so they could make thunder cake.
Yeah, she learned so much, and but it was really great the way she gave her that hug too.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, yeah, she learned something, but that hug, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Just to know you're not by yourself.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I had backup like that with my cousin Dave. He's so calm around snakes and so loves them so much that I couldn't help but get pulled in, and that really helped me get better with snakes. Though they still make me a little nervous.
Well, you and this little girl learned a lot, and I did too. That's great. Thank you. The reading today is from Philippians 4, verse 1. And the disciples are very anxious and scared. They're just not sure what the future is going to bring, if they're going to be persecuted. And they're very frightened. And Paul tells them, "Rejoice, the Lord is with you. He will take care of you." And he tells them that they can reduce their fear by just enjoying every moment, celebrating every moment, and also in learning from people that have been through things before, through wise people. And that's very similar to the story that we heard today about Thunder Cake, where the little girl learns to distract herself by making the thunder cake. Her grandmother, the wise woman, teaches that. And also when she's nervous, she gives her a hug and says, "I'm with you." Because isn't half the battle just having somebody with you when you're nervous and upset and knowing that you're not alone? That's half of the faith battle. So this week, try to think of one of the fears that you have and try to figure out maybe what's causing it or what you can do when you're feeling anxious about it. You might want to do a little meditations, deep breathing, play with a special toy, and think about asking God to help you because He's always there. And in the end of our story, the little girl turns her fear into a celebration, safe from the thunderstorm in her cozy, warm house. And God offers us this same security if we only offer up our fears and ask Him to help carry the load. Take care. Love you. Amen.